Welcome to the Oregon Fly Fishing blog. We are going to tie a loop wing parachute Adams. Good all-around pattern. I can't say enough about this one. Saved my bacon on many occasions in some tough fishing situations where I didn't have quite the right pattern. This fills that void. TMC 100 hook, a little Vivus 10-aught. We're tying this one on a size 12, which is a bit of overkill, but there are times when that size is necessary, and it's easier for the video for people to see. So moose tail, stacked, nice and even. I'm going to lay that in at the butt there. This stuff will move around on you, but you definitely want to use this for an underbody because it has a lot of buoyancy to it. So I've got the tail in. Clip that off. Get my thread up to the front and see what I've got here. I'm going to set my wing about right in here, and what I'm using is some hairline white Antron, and it comes in a spool. And I think what I might do on this one is double it up because it's a little bigger fly. So I just kind of fold it over and I make a loop. And you want to try to keep those fibers as nice and neat as you can. And you're going to set this so the loop is laying sideways. So you can grab it and twist it and manhandle it and get it there. I got it. Okay. So I'm going to come back and tie that into there. I'm going to pull this wing up, wrap in front of it, and then I'm going to get a little wax on my thread because I'm going to parachute this. Excuse me. And I'm just going to come and I'm going to hold these loops up together and just get that thread going up the. If you come up too far, you'll really compress it, but at the same time you want to have a pretty heavy hackle on this. I like a heavy hackle on this fly. And I'll just work my way back down and then cover up this other white Antron. We'll kind of look and see where we're at. It doesn't look too bad. And then we're going to tie in our hackles. Actually, we'll do the hackles a little bit later. I'm going to dub this body first. I'm using some gray hairline fine and dry here. I usually take my dubbing, a little piece of feather stuck in there, and you get it out of the package, especially for dry flies. You want to take this dubbing and stretch the fibers out. I like to, and kind of get them all evened out and get all the little clumps out of the material, because there'll be some little rolled up material in any of this dubbing packages that you get. And I just continue to pull apart and see how it turns to hair. It's all lined up. So now I can take and pull off a fine amount of dubbing and spread it out and apply it evenly. And a little dubbing goes a long way. So I'm just using small amounts. Because these bodies, you don't want them real fat. You know what a mayfly body looks like. It's real slender and tapers nicely. So I'll come back here, get that started, start working my way forward. Okay, so I've got that started. I'm going to take some hackle and get this tied in. And I think what I'm going to do is, these are pretty long. We'll see if they get in the way. If they get in the way, we'll just whack them. I'm going to tie this so the hackle's cupped down. in front of the wing. And then I'll put the brown one in there as well, same way. And I'm going to stand these up, and they are going to be in the way, so I'm just going to do this. I know it's sacrilege, but I'm doing it anyway. And then I'm going to take my dubbing and finish this out. You know, you can tie your hackles in after you get your wing in, and then just, you know, dub the whole body and be done with it. But there's lots of different ways to skin a cat. No offense to the cat owners of the world. We actually have 2 of them ourselves. So here we go. We'll get this thread back here, and we'll just start wrapping this body up. Okay, so I'm going to look at that body. I don't see any thread sticking through too badly. Some people will take their hackle and wrap it together. I don't know. It works. I've done it that way. I like to wrap mine separately, so I'm going to take my really fancy hackle pliers here that I just love for using on parachutes. I'm going to put a couple wraps of grizzly. What I've learned in this fly is in between hackles, put a half hitch or a whip finish on there in case you bump it and you don't lose what you've done. I've done that a few times. So I'll take this, and I'm just going to put one whip finish in here, a half hitch. Okay, I put 3 in. And then I'll take my hackle pliers again, and I will palmer some brown up through there. And you can kind of work it up through there, back down through. You know, you try to do kind of even wraps. Depends what you're trying to accomplish. You know, if you want a little browner looking one, that's fine. Use a little more brown. So I'm just going to come in there and trim that off. Sorry I'm blocking your view there, but I'm just... And then I'll just put a little whip finish on here. And there's a loop wing parachute Adams.